Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything coming at you with another Wargaming and Miniatures video. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening the U.S. Airborne Paratroopers from Warlord Games. These are bolt-action miniatures. They are 28mm miniatures. This box comes with 30 of them. And as you see on the box, they are wearing the 1943 uniform, the ones that were green. You could easily paint these the D-Day uniform if you wanted. There's almost no difference in the pattern. It's really just the color. So depending on how you want to paint it, you could actually go with the khaki tan for the D-Day, or you can do the OD green for the late war. When I go to paint these, I am going to be painting them the OD green because I'm setting up a Bastogne style campaign, so I'm going to be doing late war stuff. It does say late war, but that's okay. The Paratroopers primarily were used during D-Day, Market Garden, Battle of the Bulge. So there were some in Sicily as well. So it just depends on how you want to paint it. But the late war Paratroopers wore the green. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to open the box. We're going to take a look and see what we get inside. Alright, here we go. Okay, let me see if I can't put this chair in such a way that doesn't make me like bump into the camera. All right. Well, before I dig in, okay, I want to show the box off just a little bit. Okay, now this box cost right around $33, $35, something like that. So it's just barely pennies over $1 a figure. That's pretty awesome. Now this contains the M1943 uniform, as I mentioned. With a host of options, and we'll get into that. It includes the M1 Garand, the Thompson, the Browning pistol, the 1911, the BAR, the carbine, hand grenades, a machete, odd, for, I guess, if you want to jump in the jungle, I guess, and a 30 cal machine gun. Okay, they got round bases, and you got a little construction leaflet, and you get a decal sheet. And if you look on the decal sheet, I know it's not super focused for you guys, but you see the 82nd guys right here and the 101st guys right there. And then you see the playing cards right here. So you see things like the diamond, the heart, the spade. Those are all battalion or regimental symbols that you would see on the side of their helmets. Okay, so like the spade would be the 506th. Alright, and then you've got NCO markings down here. That's pretty awesome. But we're going to go ahead and open up this box. We're going to take a look and see what you get. Okay, now I'm not going to lie. I've already opened this box and looked at them and perused them a little bit. But still alright. Alright. Okay, that's not an empty box. Okay, so now we push the box off to the side. The first thing I noticed was it came with a, I think it's a 50mm base. Here's my hobby ruler, 60mm. Let me back that up. It's actually just a little bit shy of 60. I'm going to say it's about 59mm. But okay, we'll call this a 60mm base. Awesome. This is for your machine gun teams. But then it also comes with 3 pill-shaped. Okay? Now the pill-shaped are normally 225 side by side. Okay? And it comes with 3 of those. You usually would use these guys for prone models. Okay, comes with 3 of those. And then I'm going to go to the very bottom sprue. And then it comes with the same sprue that you saw in the German kit. And it is 25 millimeters. So you get 25 1-inch bases. Boop boop be doop. Okay, and then okay, then here's your water slide transfers. Even as the American flags. The American flags would be useful if you're doing like a D-Day. During the D-Day invasion, they would wear these flags. Looks like lieutenant and captain rank right there. And then also it looks like you got a medic. So you got all the way from private, corporal. I don't see any PFCs. I just see private, corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant first class, tech sergeants. Yeah. Still pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 3, so you're getting like 39 divisional insignia, which that's good because you never know, you might damage one or something and you got to go back in and reuse it. Or maybe you bought a pack of Americans, just some Americans, and you don't have the patches. Well, get a few extra here. Okay, because you get 30 models and they're giving you 30. Did I say 39? I meant 30. What? How many? 13 by 3? Yeah. Yep, 39. So you get 9 extras. That's good. Okay, put that back in the box. Okay, before we go in to look into the individual sprues, every sprue is exactly the same. Okay, just like the German sprues. The German sprues, every sprue is the same. So I'm going to take them all except for one sprue and put them back in the box. Basically, I'm just trying to keep everything organized, cleaned up, out of the way. Alright, now it comes with a pamphlet, and what's kind of cool is it gives this box set was released possibly before you were able to get this unit in any of the Army books. But it does have the U.S. Paratrooper Squad Late War unit that you can use. And it tells you 1 NCO, 5 men. You could add up, which is 84 points. And then you can add up to 6 additional men for 14 points each. And then you can have up to 2 with light machine guns, 1 with a BAR. The NCO and up to 4 men can have submachine guns at 3 points. Basically, everybody's considered to have a rifle. And they're automatically tank hunters and stubborn. And they can be given anti-tank grenades for 2 points. And yeah, so you can have up to 2 light machine guns in a squad. So it's pretty cool. And then they show you kind of an idea of what you can do with your 60mm base. You can put the machine gunner and his loader on a single base instead of separating them. And they just give you some ideas on how you can maybe make an NCO, pointing. He's got his rank and stuff and his weapon slung, and then you got a BAR gunner, 101st guys right here. BAR and the BAR magazine pouch, and this guy looks like he's got a Thompson because he's got, the Thompson pouches. And what's really cool is everybody on this page here has been painted with the new green and not the old tan, which is kind of cool. And this guy and that guy just looks like the back side of him. Shows the guy kneeling, and then it shows the guy with the mohawk. Yeah, and then it takes every sprue and it breaks it down into everything that you could possibly, if you didn't understand or you're not familiar with World War II nomenclatures or what everything is, every piece on that sprue has a number and an explanation corresponding right there. Okay, but we're going to push it off the side because I like discovering what we've got just by looking at it. Okay, so I'm holding up here. I'm going to make sure that we're in focus because not always are we going to be in focus. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, the first thing I want to point out was the backpacks. We're not. Hopefully, I'm not going to jump around. I'm going to try to work this methodically, but I'm jumping straight at the backpacks. I noticed that some of the packs are complete in the fact that, okay, they would probably rest on your troop like that. So you've got the backpack, like some kind of a larger map case, and he's got like a smaller map case or whatever kind of butt pack that is. And then you're looking at canteens, and then if you go to these guys, the canteens are on the opposite side, so you got canteens on the opposite side. That's not very military, actually. Your squad leader or your platoon leader or even your company commander or whatever would say everyone has to have their canteen on the right-hand side. But, hey, so we see that these guys have 2 canteens on the right, and then these guys have 2 canteens on the left. No big deal. Just whatever. And then same thing with the entrenching tools. They swap sides. And then you got 2 extra packs here. Now these are musette bags is what they look like. They're not your traditional rucksack. These are the musette bags. Is that what they call them here? Let me just double check that number. 36? What do they call 36? They call it backpack. Okay, it's a musette bag, which I actually have one. I carry my... I got some tools in it, actually. Okay. All right, so those, I was just happy to see that there were 6 of them, because there are 6 soldiers per sprue, and there's 5 sprues, so that's where you're getting your 30 soldiers. So everybody's going to get a musette bag. Now, but of these musette bags, you can put your entrenching tool, and I think that's an extra ammo bag? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see what it says. 37? 37. Entrenching tool and GP bag. Okay, general purpose bag. There you go. All right, so okay, so everybody's going to get one. Now, they have a name for it. They're calling it the figurehead system. You only have 6 people on a sprue, but look at all the heads you get. That's 5, 10, 15 heads. I'm going to be head rich, man. I'm going to have a ton of heads. But what's good about that is I get to pick and choose whose head I'm going to use. I'm going to probably use this guy because of the way the helmet cants. I thought that was pretty cool. This guy you can't really see his eyes. This guy's got a serious cant on his helmet, but he also has no net. There's no net on this helmet. But that's good. That's where I'm going to put my rank. I'm going to put like an officer rank or maybe NCO rank. You know how they got the stripe on the back of the helmet? You can put it on those. I definitely want to use all these camouflage netting ones, and I think I'm going to put a little flock on the helmet to make it look like they've got some camouflage in their helmet. And then there's 2 guys here with mohawks. This guy's actually got the cunt cap on. I'm sorry, paratrooper hat. When I was in, we called it the cunt cap. Okay, so, and is it even, it's folded correctly? I don't know, it looks okay. But I'm not going to put, that's garrison, that's a garrison cap. I'm not going to put that on any of my soldiers. No, that is not going to happen. Okay, alright, so now, from there, let's jump to the far side, and then we'll work our way towards the middle. Okay, I wanted to show you these little itty bitty pieces that you put on your troop. These are the submachine gun ammo pouches. These are bayonets that you might strap to someone's leg. You only get 2, which is strange because I figured you would have got 6 because pretty much everybody had a bayonet strapped to their leg. But since they're not jumping, I guess they don't need them. Right? They're not. This isn't an actual jump, but it could be a jump. So yeah, they need to have more bayonets, in my opinion. So you only get 2 out of 6. You got like this guy would be the BAR ammo pouches because these ammo pouches are a little bit larger. These right here, it's a crisscross bandolier and then just a single bandolier. Those pouches I would put on their chest. Those would go across their chest as extra ammo clips that would go into your M1 Garand. You got a couple of grenades. You got a pistol in a holster. There's a guy with a pistol in his hand up here, and I don't think I would use him with this holster. Probably should, but or I would trim if I did put this holster. Actually, that's the only holster you get, so I probably need to put that holster with the guy that has the pistol out, and then just use my hobby knife and trim off the little pistol grip and the barrel. That way it'll look like an empty holster. Weird! You get a pigeon! Why do you get a pigeon? Oh man. Give that to your FO. You know, give that to your artillery spotter. He's got a pigeon. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then just other BAR, carbine, rifle, magazine clips, pouches. Okay, skipping the hands and the bodies. Those are the important ones. We'll get back to them. Okay, we'll get to that. Something I noticed as opposed to the German one, because you saw me, I did all those live streams where I put all the Germans together. The Germans had loose weapons like rifles and Panzerfausts and things like that that you had to glue into their hands to make them look good, right? They were either and that way it gave you an opportunity to use either the Kar 98 or the assault rifle or whatever you wanted to do. Well, in this kit you don't get that option, right? All the weapons are in arms. They're already attached, molded into the arm. So you can't change. But the question is, like, I've got my machine gunner. He's right there, right? With his little bipod. Great. And then I've got 1911 right there. Binoculars. A whole arm set with the binoculars. I've got a couple of weapons on slings, like the carbine and the M1 Garand, and then I've got 1, 2, 3 Thompsons. That's a BAR. Okay, so I got a BAR. I got 1 BAR per 6 guys, 1 machine gun per 6 guys, and 1, 2, 3, 4 M1s, 1, 2 carbines, 1, 2, 3 Thompsons. So is that more than 6? Yeah. How many right hand? So you're going to have a little bit of freedom to choose. Do you want to give them the BAR? Do you want to give them a Thompson? Because just imagine, I've got 6 sprues, 3 Thompsons per sprue, so that means, 5 sprues, I'm sorry. That means I got 15 Thompsons. So I could give half my guys Thompsons if I wanted, right? Same thing with the M1s. I've got more than half are going to be carrying rifles. But you can't give everybody an M1 Garand. You're going to have to give them 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 M1s. So 2 of them are going to have either a Thompson or a carbine or a BAR or a machine gun. Okay, so, or nothing, because you might give them binoculars, or you might give him, who knows what you could give them. These wouldn't be too terrible to convert. It might be a little hard to convert. This one might be the easiest one to convert because he's only got his hand over the barrel. But most likely you're not going to be doing any converting. You're going to be just using the arms. But you know what that means? That means it's going to go together a lot faster. These look like they're going to go together a lot faster than the Germans. I might even be able to put them together tonight. Okay. Okay, it doesn't show it there. All right. Let me think. Okay, let's look at the bodies. Let's look at the bodies of these guys. Okay, they've got the little waist around the thigh strap holding their pockets down. Yep, they've all got it. Okay, got a guy kneeling, got a guy high stepping, got three guys standing in combat poses, and then you got this last guy laying prone, and he's missing his right leg. Well, you got two right legs right here. You got one that's bent, and you got one that's straight. So if you're going to use all your figures, which you probably are, 5 of them have to be prone. They have to be, because you got 5 guys on them. So you can alternate which legs you give them. And I recommend it. You know, switching it up. Now, where are those 5 guys going to go? Well, guess what? You got 3 prones, 2 more prones. So there's all 5 of your prone models. They're going to be right there. And then everyone else is going to stand up on your 25 millimeter bases. Okay. Now let's look at the arms now. Well, let's look at the back of their torsos. I'm sorry. Pretty much just clean, flat backs. No, nothing special. You do see that their boots have the gaiters around the tops of the boots. Those can also be painted just like the boots. You know, brown. Americans don't use black boots until later. Now, hopefully, this is something that I'm just hoping. This is just something that I'm hoping is true. When I see a left arm and a rifle like that, I hope these two go together. When I see this Thompson and this hand, I hope those two go together. I hope this goes together. If it's slung, I don't think it matters. This guy looks like he's grabbing at something with a trigger or something. That's why I don't know. I don't know what that one's supposed to be. I guess we'll figure that one out when it happens. This one's obvious. He's got 2 arms. And this one's obvious. He's got 2 arms. And I hope these two to go together. If not, then we'll make some adjustments. Okay, now you do have one that's pointing. Definitely going to use him. And then there's a couple other arms that are just out there for different poses, I guess. So I'm going to use all those. Okay, your machine gunner, right? Not the machine gunner, but the assistant gunner. He's going to have a ammo belt that feeds into the machine gun. But you've also got an ammo can, and on the top of the ammo can you've got like a portion of the ammo belt. So you probably want to match it up that you put you kind of like in this picture, exactly like this picture. He's laying down, he's got the ammo can there, and it's got a little bit of the belt, and then he holds the rest of the belt up to the machine gun. Yeah, so you got to line all that up. Should not be too hard, but you do have to do it. Okay, now I was thinking about this. This is a conversion that I was thinking about doing, was taking my saw or file and cutting this top off flat, getting rid of that ammo sticking up out of there, just going flat, chopping this lid off, flipping it over, gluing it on the top. So basically it would be a closed ammo can. And then if I have, because I'm going to have 6 of those. So I was thinking about maybe putting one of those on the stand, or maybe give one of these to one of the other guys who's running. Maybe give this to someone who's running. That way I don't have to have all my guys. I'm going to have more machine guns than I have guys laying prone. See what I'm saying? So maybe the guy kneeling is going to have this. And then maybe I put another guy kneeling that's got an ammo can with him, with no ammo coming out of it. You know, he's not floating, he's just carrying it. You know, maybe that's something I'm going to do. Actually, I think I am going to do that. I think I'm going to make one of my guys laying there on the ground with binoculars, and I could either make him a forward observer, or I could make him an assistant gunner to one of the, plus I guess a kneeler. Somebody that's kneeling could have that. Then an ammo can could be sitting around his ankles. That way he could be an assistant gunner. We'll figure it out. Or he could be the officer. I don't know. But somebody's gonna have these binos. Yeah, now I don't know about this whole thing. I was thinking about chopping the blade off of this thing and using that hand to carry the ammo can. I don't know. I don't know. It's got a couple extra hands up there. I could use those, but and I don't even know if I want to use the pistol. You know, and no. Okay, and that's all of it right there. So you get 6 machine guns, and how many machine guns are you going to put in a 30-man squad? You know, you're not going to put. You can put 2 machine guns every 5 men, 6 men, every 6 men. So I mean, that's a lot. So hypothetically, if you had 6 times 5, so if you had 5 squads, you could have 10 machine guns. So yeah, I guess you could. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to put some BARs in some of my squads. I'm going to put machine guns in some of my squads. And I think I'm going to use the guys with mohawks to represent my Pathfinders. Alright, so that's just going over open boxing. I plan to be assembling these probably tonight. And once I get them all painted, I'll film it. I'm not going to do like I did with the Germans and live stream every single minute of filming, of painting, but I will give you the finished product. That'll be in a future video. I will film and kind of show you what I've done with these models. Alright, so thanks for coming out and checking out my new U.S. Paratrooper Squad, Late War, from Warlord Games. And I'll catch you next time.